There you go.
Alright, so now we're recording. I'm going to repeat what I just said. So this is the city pipe. This is the water flowing by from your neighbors above you. As we pull it back, we're looking at the bottom of the section of the pipe there, which is the saddle where your pipe connects to the city. That seam is your responsibility, but it looks great.
Okay.
I see no issues with it. That is the most expensive part to fix, because in order to fix that, we would need to dig up the street and so forth. As I pull it back a few more feet, you'll see on the left-hand side is a root, which is growing in on a seam. It's very minor.
Yeah.
Not enough to even try to clean at this point, because it would just kind of slap in the wind. It would just kind of flap in the wind.
Gotcha.
My recommendation would be, in a year or two, if you wanted peace of mind, you would drop the camera back in and see if that root has grown further. And if it has grown to the point where it might cause an obstruction, we would recommend to hydrojet it, which is clean the pipe very thoroughly.
Yep.
This is clay material. And as I'm pulling it back, I'm looking at each seam, like right here.
Is that a gap?
That's it. No, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking for it to look at my hand. I'm looking if it's going to be offset or separated or broken, or roots growing into each seam.
Okay.
That seems okay. All these pipes look good. Really don't have any issues except for that one root. So everything I'm going to be showing you is basically a pipe that's in good working condition.
Okay. Perfect.
Exactly.
And then you'll send me this again, Chris?
I'm going to send you a link to this video with the report and my recommendations, which would be a camera in a year or two at your discretion.
Yep.
To kind of just keep an eye on that one root, and then an estimate to jet it if necessary in a year or two, which is $650, and that comes with the camera. We don't just blindly put it in. We put the camera in, put the jetter where it needs to be, hit the jetter, put the camera back in, make sure we get it all. It's kind of a back and forth. But this would be so minor because I don't see any other issues. Did you see something?
No, I'm just looking at closer.
Okay. So here you can see that this pipe is now connected to a ABS pipe, which is plastic, which is the material that you see here.
Right.
It's usually a newer pipe from the 70s on. I don't know if it's original when the house was built or if they changed this section, but it's all good.
How deep are you right now, do you know?
I could go locate it if you're interested. I know that the pipe in the street is about 10 feet, so I'm guessing around 8 because it does come uphill from that point.
Yeah.
So it is pretty deep.
Okay.
Once again, this is where the pipe goes from 4 inches, which is the size of this pipe, to a larger 6-inch pipe.
Yeah.
You see how it kind of just drops in? So it looks like the 4x6 has been dealt with, and they might have replaced this pipe in the, not too long ago, because it is newer material. Once again, I'm looking at the seams to make sure they're all lined up and nothing's bad. So when it's this type of ABS pipe, it's more like a water slide, so nothing really gets hung up like a porous, rough cast iron pipe. Or the clay pipes are natural, and sometimes when they connect, they move and get offset. But from what I can see...
Well, this is a much longer pipe than I expected it to be.
Yeah, well, you can see we've already pulled it out 44 feet, now we're 45.
Oh, wow.
So we're in a ways.
I'm shocked it's that long.
It looks like it might have been what's called a trenchless pull, where they changed this pipe by digging a hole here and then digging a hole near the sidewalk and pulling it, because the sections, the seams that I see seem like they're not every 10 feet. If you know what I mean. It looks like one continuous long piece of pipe. And I don't see anything glued anywhere except here, but that's because I'm right here.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
And this is your clean out.
So 61 feet.
Yeah, 61 feet is the total. I mean, subtract the 5 feet in my hand here.
Okay.
But
overall,
yeah, you're in really good shape. I would prefer this to be above ground so you don't lose it.
We can extend that.
Because one day you are going to need this.
Yep.
And you won't want to be out here trying to dig it up, saying, I think it's around here somewhere.
Yep.
You can call me on.
Yeah, I took pictures of it. Yeah, but just raising it would be a good idea.
Yeah.
And also knowing exactly where it is, that's always good.